Our Indy's Morning Show After Hours podcast, Season 1, Episode 6.
Is it 6?
I think it's 6.
Wow.
Or is it 7?
I don't know. I haven't kept track.
I think it's
really
6,
bad
but I
at
missed
counting.
last week.
Yeah.
So
6, 5.5, 7,
something
maybe.
like that.
Whatever.
Somewhere in that regard.
We're here.
We
That's
are.
what it means. And
Yeah.
we would love for you to be able to join our conversation, as that's what this is all about. We are streaming live on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook, on Instagram. We're literally on every platform you can think about.
We didn't miss one.
I don't think we did.
I don't think so.
And if we did, you should let us know because we'll be there too. All right. So kind of an interesting week, to say the least, when it comes to things, because we kind of had a plan of what we're going to do this week. And unfortunately, as we got started into the week, everything kind of went different, as we unfortunately had a country music legend leave the earth, if you will. And that's Toby Keith. So
that was such a sad morning because we had heard things that he was improving, and then he passed at home with his family near him, which I think is a blessing there too. But boy, what a mark he left in country music.
Yeah, it is one of those things that we said that ourselves, that we thought things were going better. Everybody else too thought that he was, on the upswing. So.
I mean, I know he has struggled. It's been 3 years with stomach cancer, and certainly thought he'd lost weight. He wasn't looking his best at times, and he says he's really been through the ringer. But we all did not expect this outcome.
Yeah.
No.
We thought he was going to beat it.
So we paid tribute that morning a lot. We're going to continue through the weekend to pay tribute to Toby Keith, but we're not going to miss this opportunity as well to do the right thing. And so we are raising a glass,
Yep.
a red Solo cup, if you will, to Toby, but we're taking it a step further.
We are.
As we do. That we even we poured one for Toby.
There
too.
you go.
So the big dog daddy, and then
Toby Keith.
Toby on the other side. So
here's to Toby.
so here's to Toby. Cheers, y'all. All right.
Toby
Here
Keith.
we go.
Mm.
And we're going to set him over here on the other side.
Yep.
We've got our Toby right over there.
We were talking about Oklahoma Sooners basketball game. They paid tribute to him. Of course, he was a big fan of the school and the basketball team, the football team. They played their game at the scorer's table. They had just one chair set aside with his guitar and a red Solo cup and a hat to pay tribute to Toby.
That's so cool.
And they won their game. Yeah.
Which is really, obviously he wasn't playing by himself, or they weren't playing by themselves at that point.
No.
So, so this whole weekend, like I said, we're going to be paying tribute. And if you want to listen to some more Toby music. And
Favorite Toby Keith song?
I've got to say, How Do You Like Me Now?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many other great ones, but that for me is the one that I've connected with.
We had a lot of people call in and give us their favorites, and I've forgotten about My List, and I love that song.
Such a
and
great
I think
song.
it has such a great message behind it. If you haven't heard it in a while, you should look it up.
This kind of silly song. Was it Blue Note or one?
Yeah.
It's kind of a
Blue
cute,
Note, yeah.
cute song. Scotty Emmerich wrote a lot of those songs with him, but
I know that the My List is actually going to be one we're playing tomorrow on
good.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So I do know that for sure as well. So as you were joining us here today, again, talking a little bit about Toby Keith and the legacy that he had. And as you can see here, we've all got our red Solo cups in the studio. So if you're streaming this and if you're just listening on the podcast, you can see it on our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and all of those other platforms too.
Yep.
So let's transition here now, and not a really easy way to transition into anything.
No, it's not.
This is something we talked about here just a little bit ago. We have a coworker who got a new vehicle. And
New to
they were-
him.
New to him.
New to
right.
him,
And
yeah.
it's still fairly age wise. I think it's only 2 or 3 years old, maybe.
Yeah, it's new. Yeah.
Well,
and-
it's so new to him.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be having any problems.
Right.
He just got it.
Right.
Yeah.
And one of the big problems, he already had the SES light turn on, so the
Yeah.
service engine soon, or some kind of alert, right? So that's a question. But he didn't even tell me about that, right? He told me about the bigger issue that he had. Is
What
the
was
fact that it doesn't have a CD player in it anymore.
I can't believe he even wanted one.
I know.
Well, we all know who we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
I know why he wanted
yeah,
one.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So
what a great
I
guy.
don't think. I'm trying to think. I think my truck has a CD player in it. And I've never used it. And I remember after a couple of years of owning it, I hit the eject button and a CD popped out. It was like somebody's homemade CD that
I've
owned
done
the
that.
truck before
I've
me.
left my homemade
Oh,
CD.
maybe
in
it was yours.
No, but I've left it in a car that I got rid of, and I was bummed about that because I loved it. But now I got a car, new to me, but not brand new.
Sure.
And it doesn't have a CD player in it, but that's not even a feature I would. I've bought a car before and didn't look for the fact that it had seat warmers, and it didn't, and I was so bummed that. I mean, I know it shouldn't be like a deal breaker,
Seat warmers.
but in the winter, I'm always cold. That's a deal
Absolutely.
breaker for me.
Well, I want to have, and I don't have, but I have driven in vehicles that has this, the air conditioning or the cooled seats.
I've
You
never
ever
had
been in
that.
that?
No.
No? Oh, yeah, leather seats that has the little perforated holes in it that
Oh, wow.
will blow the cold air
Yeah.
out there. Oh,
In
man.
the summer, in August, that would be nice.
Yeah, and if you're driving long distances, man, it is the best. But
Yeah,
it's a nice feature.
I don't have heated seats or cooling seats or any of that. I do have power steering and power brakes in my truck.
Is your AC rolling the window down?
It's rolling the window down and speeding up. Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so kind of interesting, though. One of the other pieces of information that he had about his new-to-him truck is the fact that he couldn't figure out how to, I think it was remote start. Is that right? I think that's
Yeah.
what he was saying.
Yeah.
And you actually had the same issue.
Well,
didn't you?
because someone brought that up. It was when
Again, remote start. I don't have those fancy things.
Well, I mean, I've never had it either. I've never had it. And someone said, I think your car has that. And it was when it was snowing a couple of weeks ago. And I thought, well, that would be nice. But I couldn't figure out. It's supposed to be, I would have thought, on my key fob. So
Yeah.
I picked up my key fob. I looked all over. I don't see remote start anywhere on it. And then I looked it up. It said I need to download an app on my phone. And there's a button in the
No.
car that you hold down for 5 seconds. And it's supposed to blink. Anyways, it didn't work. And so I'm going to take it to the dealer and find out. But yeah, I would love to have, if you have remote start, you use remote start,
Yeah.
I would imagine.
What kind of witchcraft is it? They have to download an
Yeah.
app
Yeah,
for your phone.
Big Brother's watching
What?
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Hey,
exactly.
Deb, for
Yeah.
$1, I'll go out every morning and start your car and warm it up for you.
I'd do it.
For a dollar?
I'd do
Only when
it.
you leave here, though, not at your
Yeah,
house.
yeah, exactly. I'll do it for 50 cents. I'm going to earn that business. Just kidding. Just interesting, though, to think about. Is there a feature, though, Kevin? Obviously, with the technology that we're talking about, things that have been removed from a vehicle, what would you actually want?
Well,
back?
let me just go back a little bit. My father-in-law bought a new vehicle, and he has one of those lane assists.
Yes.
Hate.
And I drove his. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Hate it.
It was like telling me when I'm.
Yeah.
I get why they have that,
Yeah.
but you can turn it off. But I was like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now my wife's car has the backup camera. I wish my truck had a backup camera.
Those are pretty
The
nice.
cars parked behind me wish I had a backup camera.
You know,
as well.
I still look. I have a backup camera, but I still look over my shoulder. That I don't trust
Yeah.
the backup camera.
Yeah.
Sometimes technology isn't going to be better than your own naked eye. So I'm still looking over my shoulder.
It'll take you one time where you're looking in the camera and you're like, oh, I can get closer. And then you go, oops. And you're like,
Not that
yeah.
close.
Her
Too
car
close.
also has that warning too. It tells you if you're getting close.
Yeah. It starts really screaming at
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
If you are on our stream right now, you can obviously comment and join the conversation. Kanan is here. He says, hey, what's up,
Hey.
Kanan? Kanan, you are not old enough to drive, so you can't actually help us out with this question, but it's all right. It's good to see you, buddy. Addie is here. Matt, Addie, how are you? You're driving. You're in college, Addie. Is there any feature that you have in your vehicle currently that you couldn't live without? Or is there a feature that you wish you did have? Comment, let us know. Because again, air conditioning seats, cooled seats, that's mine. I would really love to have that.
You know, I have a brother-in-law that drove from Indiana to Alaska, and his car radio quit on him.
Oh no.
He drove
Oh, wow.
all that mileage, the days it took to get there with no radio on. I could not
That'd be
survive. There's no.
impossible.
I would stop
yeah.
and I would actually stop and buy a new car
Oh
if
really?
I couldn't listen to the radio in the car. Yeah.
Emily says here on Instagram, she says, I added a remote start to my car, and now I'm spoiled as I will never own a car that doesn't have it installed.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree.
You have one in your truck?
I do, but
You softy.
Here's the thing: it doesn't always work. It is literally hit or miss, and I'm like, I have to hit the lock button twice, and then I hold the other button down to
And you have
start
to
it.
stand on one foot.
Yeah. But like, I know if I hit it twice, it'll beep, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then I'll hit the start button, and it'll go 1, 2, 3. All right, now it should fire up. And it doesn't. I'm just sitting there looking like a dummy, like, all right, now? Is it now? Is it now? And it just doesn't work. So I need to figure something out with that, but I'm okay with going out and starting it or just
Yeah.
hopping in my vehicle cold. It is
Yeah.
what it is. You brought up something, though, about the CD in the car and leaving a CD in there.
Yeah.
I just remembered I had that same situation, and it wasn't with my Jeep. I think it was with, honestly, my Neon. way back when. And I'm pretty positive that I went and did karaoke one night. My buddy Toby was the DJ for it. And he was recording that night people's karaoke performances on CD.
Oh no!
And and gave them to the people. And I'm pretty sure I had mine in my CD player.
And you sold the car.
I'm pretty sure that I sold the car.
Wow!
And I think I left it in there. And so I don't know how.
Is this in Michigan or
I'm pretty sure they're not still listening to it.
Is this in Michigan or in Wisconsin?
Wisconsin, yeah.
Someone has a car in Wisconsin that has a Matt Malone CD in it. That is worth some money.
That's exactly
I'm
where it
telling
should
you
stay.
what, that is worth.
Yeah.
That's gold.
Do you name your car?
I have named my cars. It's not that neon because that was just a hunk of junk.
Sure.
But I actually named my F-150 when I had that.
Okay.
And that was Bucky. And I did it because of two reasons. One, it was red in Wisconsin, Bucky Badger, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The second reason is my brother-in-law from South Africa. That's what you call a truck, is a Bucky.
Okay.
Right? So I'm like, oh,
That
it
makes
just kind of
sense.
works. So it's not quite Bucky, but Baki, you know, it worked out. But what about you? Do you have a new
I
one?
don't usually, but I had lunch with a friend yesterday who got a new car, and she was telling me the one she currently drives. So she names her cars, and the one she currently drives, it's a Sonata.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, well, what's the name for that one? She's waiting on the new one. She ordered it. She was waiting for the new one to come in, and the Sonata, she calls it Frank Sonata. Yeah, which I actually thought was
That's
pretty
good.
creative.
That's very
Yeah.
creative. Man, I thought it was going to be like Sally or something. You know,
Frank
to go-
Sonata.
We got a couple responses here real quick where Addie says she cannot go without the radio.
Yeah,
we also
I'm
have
with you.
Carol who says, I drove a car that had heated steering wheel.
That would be nice.
So nice to have.
I do. I have that in the summertime.
Do you? Yes.
Now, a friend of mine has one that in the summertime. A friend of mine has one that the whole back, front and passenger seat massages you, which I think is
Oh,
not safe
yeah.
because if you're tired, you didn't get a lot of sleep, that wouldn't be good for me.
My
But
old
I've
boss had
sat
that.
in it and it's comfortable. Yeah.
It's dangerous. Listen, I fall asleep on Zoom meetings.
Yes,
That's
we-
not
Twice in
good.
1 week.
you admitted to that this
So,
week. Yeah.
I dozed. Yeah. So there's no way I could do that. That would be definitely a safety hazard for me.
Although, if I had a car like that,
Yeah.
I would have all my Zoom meetings in that car
Yeah, absolutely.
with that massage going. Yeah.
What about you? Have you ever named your? I don't feel like you would.
No.
Well, we got to name yours.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I keep a truck or a vehicle till it just falls apart.
Yeah,
still
which
give
is
it a
why you should
name.
name
Yeah.
it. It's
Yeah.
part of the family then.
You probably
at that
get
point.
attached to it, don't you?
Yeah, but then when I take it to the dump, I feel bad. The junkyard, I feel bad. You know.
Hey, you know what?
So I drive an old Ram truck. So what would be a good name for that? It's kind of
Ram truck.
the official color is.
I would call it ivory.
Well, they call it what is it called? Something like yellow cream or something. I don't know. It looks
It's
like
a pretty one. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you open the
Pearl
door.
white.
Then you open
cool
the
white,
door.
cool cream, cool white.
cream,
Something, yeah.
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 Jennifer says hi as well. Oh, here we go. Hi. And then Fulton says he has a red Ferrari. I think Ferrari, and it goes very fast.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
Wow. Fulton.
Speed demon, Fulton.
Yeah, be careful now.
No kidding.
Kanan acknowledging we're drinking out of red Solo cups right now.
That's right.
R.I.P.
Toby.
Toby Mullet Legend. There you go. To
Yeah.
Toby again. We'll do a group cheers.
I just realized we can see these on the side. I could have helped you out a little bit.
Oh,
Matt.
you're good. No worries. And then I'm going to pull up Instagram here too. All right, no comments on Instagram back again. So, all right. Yeah, if you've got a name for your vehicle, let us know. If you've got an idea for Kevin's, we're going to come up with something really good. I
No,
think we're
I'm
gonna-
not going to let you pick because you're going to pick something silly.
Yeah, it's a Ram.
Kind of a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will.
So it's loud. It's huge. It's a big
it's a gas
Dodge
guzzler.
Ram. Oh, it does guzzle gas, and it's ivory, an ivory or a cream color.
Mm-hmm.
We need something fun for Kev.
Kevin number 2. Because you like to eat food. You ate all the food we made today, right?
That could be.
There you
Speaking
go.
of that, go to our social media pages and check out those recipes if you're looking for something for the big game this weekend.
Yeah, there
Outstanding.
you go. Oh, we got one here from Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
Who says, I have a 2017 Chevy Trax. She's gray, so I named her 50 Shades of Gray.
Love it.
Shades of
What's
gray.
the person,
That's a
what
good
is the
one.
actual guy's name in that?
Oh, I don't remember.
Donovan Gray or something or other? I don't know.
Have you seen the movie?
No.
I don't act
Yes,
like
you
didn't
have,
see the
man.
I'm
movie.
not.
Really?
Listen.
Are you a
okay.
rom-com guy?
Between, I'll do, I'm okay with them. I'm not, it's not going to be my first choice, but, you know,
it
is
would
what
be
it
my
is.
first choice.
It's
'cause
always the same, it's the same
Same
plot.
scenario.
Every movie's
I
the
know,
same.
that-
Play hard
that's
to
why-
get, then they get
Yeah.
together.
That's
There's
why
a
I
little bit of a
watch
conflict. They overcome
Hallmark movies. I love that.
Yeah. And here's what I'll say too, like Magic Mike, I won't go and see that. partly because they actually asked me to be in the movie.
No, they did not.
And then they cut me out.
Well,
all
then
the
I wouldn't go
scenes,
either,
you
Matt.
know?
And for that reason, I'm going to boycott it too, Matt.
Exactly.
Because of you, buddy.
You know what? In solidarity,
There
I
you go,
appreciate
pal.
you, buddy.
All right.
Cheers to you.
By the way, Matt,
Yes.
speaking of people taking off their clothes, your shirt, what's that about? Where'd you get that?
It's Sleeveless Friday.
Yeah, but was that a freebie from somebody?
This
did
was
you...
not a freebie. This is a shirt that I bought, and this
Okay.
is a Taylor Swift shirt.
Oh, I wondered if it was
Yeah.
Taylor.
And
Okay.
it's for two reasons. Okay, so the reason why I bought it in general was because I went to the Taylor Swift concert in Cincinnati for the Eras tour.
Yep.
And I asked my niece because I like Taylor Swift, and I wouldn't say I'm like a huge wow, I have to listen to I know all the hints that she drops all the
You're a
stuff.
Swiftie.
So I'm
Go
not
ahead.
a big Swiftie like that, but I'm a Swift. I'll say I'm a Swiftie because
You even went to the Eras movie?
I went to the Eras movie.
Yeah.
I support her. I think she's a fantastic artist.
Yes, she
and
is.
whether you like her music or you don't, there's no way you can deny what she's doing for the music industry, what she's doing to pave the way for other artists and
Correct.
female artists.
She's a billionaire. How can
Yeah.
you deny anything?
Exactly.
She's doing something right.
Yes. So I bought this shirt asking my niece, what shirt should I buy?
Okay.
This is what she suggested. But I'm also wearing it today because I really don't like the 49ers. Do not at all. I'm not a big fan of the Chiefs. So
But if you
I'm
had to pick one,
I'm picking Taylor.
she'll be
I
at the
don't
game.
care.
No, we don't know if she's going to make it.
She probably
No,
won't
Because
make
she's
it.
said
coming
she'll
from
be there.
Japan.
She
She'll be
says
there.
so, yeah. He asked the pilot to drive a little faster. I
Yeah,
don't know.
maybe.
Real quick, we do have some suggestions here too for your truck, Kevin.
Oh, okay.
Jennifer says 2017 Chevy truck. Or no, sorry, that was one we did already. Jay says White Thunder. Courtney has the answer. Christian Gray. I feel like that should be the Jennifer's vehicle's name is Christian.
Yeah, Christian.
Yeah, but that's the name of the guy that was in that movie.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
got
It's
it.
because
You were wrong
Christian-
then. Did you
Christian
say
Grey.
Jonathan earlier?
But I don't know. I didn't know. I was just
Oh,
making
okay.
a guess.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
got it.
See, sometimes Matt talks without knowing.
Oh yeah.
No, I
Yes,
knew
I don't
that.
know everything.
I
know.
did know that.
Despite popular, no, I'm just kidding. Jennifer says, and I have a 2020 Chevy Silverado named Big Blue Angel, and she's blue.
There's some of their names are lengthy.
Yeah,
rather
real
than
long.
just a one syllable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
instead of a first name. So is the first name Big, middle name Blue, and last name Angel then?
Hmm.
I don't know. Conversations we have, I
Yep.
suppose.
Yeah. I'm just going
Uh,
to stick with truck.
Yeah.
Mine's just called truck.
Zola227 on Instagram says, Kevin, you should name your truck Pearl Ram, as in Pearl Jam.
Pearl.
Oh, that's
I like that.
creative.
Okay,
Who-
good.
that's
I
not
like
it.
bad. That's not bad.
Emily says I have a Ford Escape, so it's named Dory.
Dory.
Zola's asking also, what's in your red Solo cup? Mine is Rockstar Energy Drink. I would really like it to be beer, but I also have to go home.
Mine is
so-
water.
Mine's chocolate milk.
There you go. But later, it definitely will be beer. I will have a cheers for Toby.
It's a little early for anything else.
Just a little
I
bit.
mean, we're not even at 10 a.m.
Yeah. And then we also had Cash. This is minus Pearl. Okay. So we got a lot of cool vehicle names. So
Well, they'll all be considered, but I'm not sure I'll pick one. Just going to let you know.
we're just going to do it for you. We're just
Okay.
going to start referring
that's
to your
gonna happen.
vehicle in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I had an old truck before years ago, and we had these magnetic signs here at the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
And you would slap them on a station vehicle when you went somewhere, so it was like a marked vehicle.
Sure.
Well, we had an employee, someone kind of like a Matt, who would take those magnetic signs and stick them on my truck when I wouldn't know it. It would be on the passenger side.
Then
So
you'd
you
cut
don't
Because
people
I'm
off
always
in
getting on the
traffic.
driver's side and drive by myself. So yeah, I'm driving through, and and people are waving at me. I'm like, why are they waving at? Well, it's got all these FMS stickers on the side of it, yeah. Or you put it on top of the cab.
So he's a little territorial about his truck.
No, I'm just thinking that it was a great practical joke. I wish I had thought of it.
I'm going to do one that is like the plumber one, where it's the guy with his pants down
Yeah.
and sitting on the toilet, but it's cuts off with the head, so where it's your head instead.
No.
I'm going to do that. Are you
No.
sure? I think
Well,
it'd
if
be
it's on the
hilarious.
driver's side, I'll see it. It's got to be put on the passenger side, but I don't see
We'll
it.
make it work. We'll make
Yeah.
whoever's riding passenger. then.
Oh, no.
boy.
All right,
no.
we'll figure something out.
But we hope everybody has a good weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Eric
Do you have
says
more
hi
comments?
real quick on here. Hope you're doing well. Eric, hope you're doing well too. Jennifer says, Matt, are you going to the Chris Cagle concert? Yes, I will be tonight. And then take your red Solo cup with you for your beer if you are. That's a great idea.
That's a good
Jennifer.
idea, yeah.
I like that idea. So, all right, y'all. Thank you so much for
Yep.
hanging out with us and joining us for the podcast. We'll do it again here next week. We'll do a cheers and take care. Enjoy the weekend, y'all.
Toby.
Bye to Toby.